Again, your practice question, but it's very real for tonight. But right now, no cash money is at risk. You don't win anything if you get it right. Let's see how you do with question 8. Ash Zero says, I'm ready. Ash Zero also said comedy shows. Okay, here we go. Which of the following food item terms can be used interchangeably with oleo? Mayonnaise, margarine, au jus. Which of the following food item terms can be used interchangeably with oleo? Mayonnaise, margarine, au jus. Oh man, I am definitely a food person, as you well know. And even this, I don't think I've ever asked for anything with oleo. This is tricky. This is tricky, even if you are a food person. Let's see if anybody knows. Okay, all right. Now I'm embarrassed. Now I'm really embarrassed. I'm turning red. Can you see my face? Oh, it's getting hot in here. 55% of you know that we're talking about margarine. That's correct. We are talking about margarine being able to be used interchangeably with oleo. And you're on your way to winning trivia. That's right, oleo, margarine, same thing. I don't know. Did we know that? Did we get it? Did you need my help tonight? Did you guess it correctly, or did you just intuitively know that because you say oleo on the regular? You don't even say margarine. I'm always curious about that. Ash Zero used to be a cook. How cool. That would definitely be a way to know it. Kathy Davis knew. And oh, Tim Dozer said it was a crossword clue at some point. And Shireen, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Hello, everybody. Welcome to an all-new round of Display Trivia live from New York City. I'm your host, Sarah Pribis, and let me wish you all a very happy Friday Eve. For me, it's the most sacred night of the week. I mean, I gather around with my friends and my family, aka my cat Sophia. I spend time getting in the spirit, doing my skincare routine, exchanging gifts, having an Amazon Prime spending spree, and finally celebrating in the best way that I know how, getting a good night's sleep. Speaking of which, is anybody else here feeling pretty tired? Let's see, it is pretty quiet in the chat. Josh in R, are you tired? 89 Pratik 71, you tired? Basil 99, you awake? I should be asking, who's awake right now? Newness Wendy's awake and alive. Oh no, study is ready for this. Hunt DRK is saying no, and I'm gonna assume that is as in not tired. All right, yeah, okay, I thought so. Well, you know what? Let's hurry up and get to this gameplay so that we can all turn in for the night. Clearly this girl needs sleep. Okay, so here are the rules. You're gonna have 10 seconds to answer 10 questions each. When a new question appears on your screen, you know how to do this. Choose carefully, because once you tap, there's no going back. If you get one wrong though, just keep playing. Make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi and that you're holding your phone vertically for optimal gameplay. Your winnings will appear in your display bank account if you're actively posting and have your profile all set up and ready to go. Now I know some of us are getting sleepy. I'll speak for myself, but I want to make sure that you're all warmed up for this final push. So let's do a quick practice question, okay? Tell me, would you rather get under the covers, go undercover, read a book cover to cover? What would happen if we did all of these things at the same time, I wonder, right? Like go undercover as the person maybe who has a sleep routine and gets a solid 8 hours. This is something that we talked about earlier in the pre-show. Yeah, and then maybe read that book cover to cover. Does it make any sense? Probably not, but 40% of you would love to get under the covers. Oh, no, quickly, go undercover. All right, let's go undercover and have ourselves a win so that I have enough time later for my bedtime routine. Spoiler alert, it does include adult bedtime stories. It's time for Display Trivia. Question 1. The word love contains how many letters? 2, 3, 4. The word love contains how many letters? 2, 3, or 4. Count them up. The word's literally right in front of you. Oh man, that old song about love. You know, I think it needs some updating. Chaz, Riz, what do you guys think? Do we need to update that song? for the way you leave me leftovers. L is for the way you lend me your clothes. Oh, a good roommate always does that, right? L is for, I only know that part of the song, but L would also be, you know, for location sharing. 96% of you chose 4, right? If you can do the math, there are 4 letters in the word love. And honestly, I love how easy that was for all of you. I can't say that much for the rest of the quiz, though. Question 2. Select the life form that can synthesize its own food using energy from the sun. Oak tree, panther, alligator. Select the life form that can synthesize its own food using energy from the sun. Oak tree, panther, alligator. Okay, a life form that can synthesize its own food? Low-key flex. It's like having a dishwasher in your apartment in New York City, having like a washer dryer in your apartment in New York City. Clearly we who live in New York City don't have a lot of these mainstream objects. Oh wow, you folded back the giant road map on the first try? Low-key flexes like that. The only plant or autotroph on this list is an oak tree. What animals lack in being able to make their own food, they more than make up for though in being cute and cuddly. 95% of you got that. Question 3. On which document would you most likely see the acronym RSVP? A thank you note, a wedding invitation, a report card. On which document would you most likely see the acronym RSVP? A thank you note, a wedding invitation, a report card. I'm gonna be honest about something. I have never read a document all the way through. I mean, like, I accept all cookies now and then I suffer the consequences later. Plus, what kind of crazy person wouldn't accept free cookies? Honestly, my grandmother would be insulted if I didn't take her cookies. You know? I've literally given myself a stomachache over the amount of free cookies I have eaten at her home. Is there any kind of cookie that you wouldn't turn down? Also, are we really supposed to RSVP? These are the questions that I want to know. RSVP is French for basically, please tell me if you're coming so I know how many forks we need. 2. I always need 2. 1 for each hand, of course. 93% of you got that. And we're moving on to question 4. Which drink does famous fictional spy James Bond order shaken, not stirred? Mojito, martini, Manhattan. Which drink does famous fictional spy James Bond order shaken, not stirred? Mojito, martini, Manhattan. Can you imagine being known for how high maintenance you are to the waitstaff? James Bond is a literal secret agent, but we only remember him for micromanaging his bartenders. This is proof that people notice if you're not nice to servers. Manners are the most important thing, right? When did we lose those? Please and thank you. Crazy orders? Do we really need these? Like salad, no dressing? A burger? You know, I'll just take the bun here, the patty there, the cheese on the side. Where does it stop, friends? Where does it stop? To be honest with you, I worked in the restaurant industry for so long that I would never send a dish back. I don't care if it has a bug or a hair in it. I would rather eat that dish than be mean to the server. James Bond orders his martini very particularly. And this is Pribis, Sarah Pribis, sending you hopefully shaken and stirred up for a win. 92% of you got that. Question 5. Planet Her artist recently released a jingle for what fast food chain? McDonald's, KFC, Taco Bell. Planet Her artist recently released a jingle for what fast food chain? McDonald's, KFC, Taco Bell. Every female rapper who's anyone has done a collab with a fast food restaurant. Similarly, every white male lead has released a liquor brand in recent years, right? Have you tried these? George Clooney has Casamigos. Ryan Reynolds has gin. I forget the name of it. I mean, like, we've got perfumes. We've got athletic wear. Celebrities really think they can get into all of these aspects of business. What's next, right? Politicians? And maybe some sleep apps? I mean, I could definitely fall asleep to the television. Maybe that's in line for them. The Pope. Candles, right? They're making them already. What would podcasters do or athletes? I don't know. I sense a line. But this rapper is Doja Cat, and she did a Super Bowl commercial for Taco Bell, but then about a month ago released her own unofficial Taco Bell jingle requesting the return of Mexican pizza. 87% of you knew it. We're halfway there. Question 6. By definition, which type of government is made up of religious clergy? Theocracy, monarchy, oligarchy. By definition, which type of government is made up of religious clergy? Theocracy, monarchy, oligarchy. This is the exact opposite of separation of church and state. I mean, which just on a practical level is a good idea in terms of workflow, right? Multiple jobs assigned to one person. Yeah, of course, employee burnout. You know, let's think about this. Like, what other admin type jobs is the bishop doing that he can't keep up? Maybe he's balancing the books, he's answering the phones, he's cleaning the toilets, he's doing it all. I love this. Theocracy is a government where religious leaders are also heads of state. Girl boss culture. And 94% of you got that. Question 7. Which of the following businessmen is not an original founder of the first $1 trillion tech company? Steve Wozniak, Paul Allen, Ronald Wayne. Which of the following businessmen is not an original founder of the first $1 trillion tech company? Steve Wozniak, Paul Allen, Ronald Wayne. I mean, they say everyone at one point or another has had $1 million idea, which I believe because I've definitely had a few. There was the time that I thought up self-washing cars, okay? I'm not having to go out and wash your car, right? Self-loading dishwashers, self-cleaning showers. Yeah, I can see this now. I just don't want to do chores. But $1 trillion idea? No, I mean, I don't think that I've had any of those, except for maybe underwear for dogs, right? You don't even have to take them out. It just sits in there. I can see how that wouldn't work. Okay, but the first $1 trillion tech company that, to be honest, I thought sold fruit is Apple, founded by Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne. 87% of you got that. Question 8. Which of the following food item terms can be used interchangeably with oleo? Mayonnaise, margarine, au jus. Which of the following food item terms can be used interchangeably with oleo? Mayonnaise, margarine, au jus. The names of the food don't matter, right? The best way to order food, if you don't know what it's called, is just to point and say, that please, yep, I'll have that. Oh, I get so much shame at restaurants when I don't know what an item is. I literally have to just take out my phone and Google everything, including the pronunciations. If I say it wrong, oh my gosh, I could never see that waiter again. I don't want to blind date my food. I mean, sure, sometimes those turn out okay and you go on to live happily ever after, but with food, like something that only lasts a couple minutes at most, that's too much of a commitment. But oleo is another name for a plant-based fat for cooking, and it's actually the exact same thing as margarine. So just call it margarine. 91% of you got that. We gave it away during the pre-show. Question 9. Select the incorrectly matched celebrity to the location of their private island. Steven Spielberg, Portugal. Nicolas Cage, Bahamas. George Clooney, France. Select the incorrectly matched celebrity to the location of their private island. Steven Spielberg, Portugal. Nicolas Cage, Bahamas. George Clooney, France. Private island. What's so great about a private island, You know, you really need that much space to yourself? What are you using it for? What would you use it for? What would I use it for? Probably the only thing I can think of is avoiding everyone that I want to see, right? Family? Friends? No, I like my friends. Storage? Y'all have never lived in a New York apartment, and it shows. New York apartments, fun fact, on average are actually more expensive than most private islands. Go figure. And if you think about it, Manhattan is an island. So the only incorrect pairing here is George and Amal Clooney, whose private island is off the coast of England, not France. Oh my gosh, how did we not know that? Well, 83% of you did know it. And good thing too, because it's time for the final question. Question 10. The number that character Hugo Reyes repeats compulsively on the 2005 ABC drama contains all of the following digits except 5, 6, or 7. The number that character Hugo Reyes repeats compulsively on the 2005 ABC drama contains all the following digits except 5, 6, 7. We were just talking about private islands. That's crazy. Private island. These ungrateful dummies end up on their own private island and they're somehow mad about it? I would not be mad about it. The Lost Island has the same accommodations as a 4-star resort. I mean, think about it, right? You always have the pool to yourself. You have fine dining, you know, like it's fine. Okay, it's tropical. They got the tropical environment. You're surrounded by some people when you want to be. But Hugo Reyes, known more commonly as Hurley on Lost, repeated his winning lotto ticket numbers, which were 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. And none of those contain a 7. 81% of you got that. So how do we do? Aside on this last question, how did we do? You came, you slayed, you displayed your knowledge, and you are gonna get paid. Shout out those scores in the chat. You already know this too if you need a little bit of help. Maybe you don't know it, and that's why I say this every night, just in case you're like, I don't wanna listen to Sarah. But we do give away a pre-show in the pre-show and answer every single night. So tune in, get that answer to question 8, and get yourself one step closer. Gary, Michael, 9 out of 10, so close. Oh no, Steady 1, Ashnor Cower, 1. Angelica, bravo. You know what, bravo to you. 5 out of 10 is still a feat. Bing Juno says, wow, I know, that's how I feel when I watch people win. That's a lot to get right. Kathy Davis got a 7. Tony Tran got an 8 out of 10. Hugsy, so close, 9 out of 10. H1 DJer got a 10 out of 10. Yes, go you. Oh no, the Taco Bell Jingle Writers stumped Capper 7. Who else? We got Chumero Macho with 10 out of 10. Nan Elizabeth got a 7. RQM21 got a 10 out of 10. Bravo, friends. These are great scores. And you know what? We get to do it all again tomorrow. I'll see you there. Good night.